Hi, my name is Kat and welcome to my video. So I will be presenting to you today what we call just a part of the Passion Fair. So the students at Bryan and Stratton College put on a Passion Fair for their psychosocial class. I was one of them. And for my passion today, I chose chair yoga. So I don't know if any of you watching this has ever, I'm sure you've heard of yoga in general. Chair yoga is a modified version of yoga for people who really just either can't do regular yoga, or you may have some disabilities that are keeping you or hindering you from doing traditional yoga. There are tons and tons of types of yoga, so I won't get into all of the different types of yoga, but there is chair yoga, and chair yoga has been a thing, but it's just now coming to the light. The reason why I'm passionate about chair yoga is because anybody can do chair yoga. You can be wheelchair bound. You could do it in your bed. You could do it wherever you have a seat. So, there are individuals who will benefit from this, and there will be individuals who maybe you won't like this. Maybe regular yoga might be good for you. Either way, sit back, relax, and I'm going to give you the name of the poses. I'm going to show you how to do them, and then you can follow along with me, and then you can rewatch the video if you like it. So I'm going to start out by just talking about my environment a little bit. So before I get started, I tend to like to light candles because it gives off that zen, calming, and relaxing energy. When you have relaxing and calming energy, your vibes are calm. So with that being said, we want to make sure that everything around us, including the people around us, it might also benefit you not to have many people around unless they are going to partake in the activity as well. Okay, so that is how I got my environment calm. I get myself calm before I start anything, I start breathing. So really quickly, I'm going to start out with 5 deep breaths. We're going to go in. You're going to inhale, and you're going to smell the roses. And you're going to blow and blow out the candles. Now that was a very short blow, but we really want to extend that blow. So watch how I do the next 4 breaths. Really feeling everything. And when you're breathing, I encourage you to breathe and let your entire diaphragm fill up. So that means your stomach should kind of come out a little bit. So we're going to try it again. And I like to pretend like my stomach is a balloon. Great. So that's how I get myself ready for yoga. Okay. So now that we've got our environment ready, we've got ourselves ready, now we are ready. No distractions. Sometimes light is optional if you want to dim the lights. Sometimes I'll have a lamp on, and that really, really helps me get in the mood. One more thing optional I encourage you guys all to try once you have done this, watch this video a couple times. Get some music going. You can find music on Apple Music. You can find music on Spotify. It's free on YouTube, the same channel that this video is on. You can find yoga music, Zen music, relaxing music, jazz music, soft jazz, calming waters. If you like nature, I encourage you to do all of those things because they're all going to bring you mindfulness and peacefulness. Okay, so now we're going to start. So first thing is first. I'm going to go through just a little bit about why yoga is such a good thing for your body right before we start. So your body needs movement day to day. We need at least 30 minutes of some type of physical activity in a day. So you figure maybe you aren't very motivated, or maybe you have a physical disability where you are stuck sitting all the time. Maybe you are on, maybe you have oxygen or something. This is really good for almost anybody in the world. So I encourage you, if you're watching this again, to just at least give it a try. Okay, so we're going to start off with the mountain pose. Okay, so the mountain pose is going to be, we're going to make sure that we're sitting at the edge of our chair, right? And we want a nice, strong, tall back, right? Because a nice, strong, tall back supports us no matter what, okay? Good posture is where it starts. There should be a width at the hips with the shoulders. So your hips should be in line with your shoulders. You should be straight up and your shoulders should be back. What we're going to do is we're going to take our hands and we're going to set them on our laps, okay? And we're going to breathe in. We're going to do those 5 breaths for every movement that we do today, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start. You should start feeling relaxed. And feeling calm. One more nice deep breath, keeping that posture intact. This doesn't take a lot, guys. All right. So that was our mountain pose. That pose is very good to start out with because it does not require hardly any energy. Our next pose, we're going to take one of our legs and we're going to place it over the other leg. Okay? We're going to keep that back straight, intact, right? We want that posture intact. This is going to make us feel good right here, okay? Now, we've got a little bit of a stretch in the knee. We've got a little bit of stretch in the hip area. We've got a little tiny bit of stretch in our hamstring area. And we really got a little bit of a stretch in our glutes. So now, what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and breathe in and we're going to let all those muscles do what they want to do. Let them stretch, let them relax. We're going to go in, out, follow 4 more. Hands should be in the back of the chair. I'm not sure if I went over that, but and if you're tense, just relax. If you find yourself and your leg is coming down a little bit, just slide it back up and get right back into it. Arms in the back. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. 2 more. 3 more. 4 more. 5 more. 6 more. 7 more. 8 more. 9 more. 10 more. 11 more. 12 more. 13 more. 14 more. 15 more. 16 more. 17 more. 18 more. 19 more. 20 more. 21 more. 22 more. 23 more. 24 more. 25 more. 26 more. 27 more. 28 more. 29 more. 30 more. 31 more. 32 more. 33 more. 34 more. 35 more. 36 more. 37 more. 38 more. 39 more. 40 more. 41 more. 42 more. 43 more. 44 more. 45 more. 46 more. 47 more. 48 more. 49 more. 50 more. 51 more. 52 more. 53 more. 54 more. 55 more. 56 more. 57 more. 58 more. 59 more. 60 more. 61 more. 62 more. 63 more. 64 more. 65 more. 66 more. 67 more. 68 more. 69 more. 70 more. 71 Good job. Now, we always want to promote body synergy. And we always want to promote body symmetry. So what we do on one side, we need to do on the other side. So let's go ahead and take this leg, or whatever leg you start with, use the opposite. So just quick, your leg that is flexed and your leg that is on the floor, your other leg that is on top should be crossed right over it, and the leg that's on the ground should be at a 90-degree angle. Okay, so it should be just like this, right? Same thing that we did with the other leg. We're gonna go ahead and put our hands back in the back of our chair. And we're gonna breathe. Don't forget about that balloon. Good job. So right now, your lower back, your hips, your legs, your inner thigh area, little bit of your feet, your ankles, that should be nice and relaxed at this point. Those moves were called figure 4 stretch. So now we're going to get into what we call a side twist. So we're gonna go ahead and do exactly that. You'll start on one side. You're gonna take this arm or this arm. You're gonna bring it across. You're gonna pull your other hand, and you might hear a crack, a slight crack, and that's okay. Focusing this way. Breathe. Feet should be flat on the floor. Legs should be at a 90-degree angle. And just a reminder, your breathing should be very relaxed. There shouldn't be any hardcore, heavy. If you've got to stop and you've got to just breathe, go right ahead until you can get into the groove, because you'll eventually get it. Now, we're going to go twist to this side. So we're going to bring this arm over. We're going to keep those legs forward. They should be at a 90-degree angle still. We're going to focus this way. Now, some people are only going to be able to get halfway. Some people are only going to be able to twist slightly. If you have to twist not as far as I was going, that's okay. You'll eventually get there. So if, let's just say a person is here, we have 2 more breaths left, right? So we're gonna go breathe. Another one. Nice, strong, easy breath. All right. Remember, guys, this is not a contest. This is for relaxation, and this is for you to get your daily physical activity in. All right. So now we're going to do eagle arms, eagle legs. So the first part of eagle arms, eagle legs, you'll take your legs and you're going to cross them just like normal, just like you would cross them. If your crossing looks like this, if your crossing looks like this, and even if your crossing has to look like this, that's okay. You do it the best way you can, and you need to be as comfortable as possible. So I'm gonna go here, and I am actually in a more modified version of eagle arms and eagle legs because I actually can't get my legs all the way over. So I'm working on that as well. So you don't feel bad if you can only get halfway, because I can only get halfway as well. Okay, so now we're gonna take our hands and our arms. This is gonna be a little bit tricky for some people, right? You're gonna wanna come in, you're gonna wanna cross your arms. You're gonna wanna bring them like this. So they should look just like this, where you're almost at an X, but you're gonna come in. So if you wanna start with one arm, bring the other arm up, bring them together. That's it, okay? So eagle arms, eagle legs. They should be as close as possible. Your legs should be crossed as much as possible. I encourage you to go as hard as you can, but don't hurt yourself, and make sure you're comfortable. You'll eventually get it. Here we go. Good. Wonderful. Now, if you would like, you can cross the other leg. As long as you're comfortable at this point. Again, we always want to promote body symmetry. Okay? So we did this way last time. So now we're going to go this way this time. Same thing. Breathing. 5 times in and out. Breathe through your diaphragm. Fill your diaphragm up. Let it out. Here we go. Great. Good job so far. I hope everybody's feeling relaxed. So now we're going to do something called a forward fold. This is going to basically round the body off. We have stretched almost every part of the body at this point, but the neck, some of the trunk area, and some of the upper extremity. We just stretched the shoulders slightly, but the shoulders are a very big, important joint that you need for day-to-day tasks. So it's very, very important that you stretch your shoulders out, even if you're not doing yoga, okay? So your forward fold, you're gonna have to watch me very carefully because you're not gonna be able to see me do this position. Forward fold is exactly what it says it is. You're gonna come down and you're gonna fold. You're gonna bring your hands and let your hands touch the ground. Your legs should still be at a 90-degree angle. Your feet should be on the floor, ankles at a 90-degree angle, and your hips should be at 90 degrees. All right, here we go. All right. Now we're going to get into some neck movements. So first we're going to go here. And we're going to go ahead and breathe it out. Now, we're going to do 2 on each side. And then we're going to go in the middle. You should feel a nice deep stretch right here in your neck. Now, other side. But I encourage you to close your eyes because it really helps the experience. Now you'll go down, and this is what we call neck flexion. We're gonna go 2 here. Now we're gonna hyperextend the neck. So we're gonna go all the way back, not too far. And we're gonna breathe. Keeping that posture intact, guys. Everything should always be intact. Your posture should always be upright. It doesn't matter what size you are, how tall you are, how big you are, what problems you have. Anybody can do these simple stretches. And I love them because I feel so much better. All right, so now toes and fingers, okay? Now, before we get into toes and fingers, I just want to say that it doesn't matter how you do yoga. If you guys haven't noticed, my version of yoga are simple stretches, and that's all that they have to be. Some of the names of the positions that I've given you, they actually come from a website called busyyogamom.com. I am a mother of 1, and I'm in school, and I don't have time for traditional yoga, and I also can't really do traditional yoga that good. So this website works for me. I am going to put it down in the comments below. So if you want to look at that website, that's available to you as well. One more thing, I just want to also say that when you are stretching, if you want to make up your own stretching plan, you can. But always make sure when you're starting to stretch to always start what we call proximal, which is closest to our body, to distal, which is your shoulders would be proximal and your fingers would be distal. Okay, bigger joints down to the smaller joints. So I want to get started with some ankle dorsa and plantar flexion. So your dorsiflexion is going to be when your toes are pointed upward. Okay, you can do this standing or you can do this sitting. So I'm going to actually get into that and just breathe for a couple. We're promoting that symmetry, so we want to go on the other side, do the same thing, and come up and dorsiflex our feet. And you may hold them or you can leave them unsupported, whatever works for you. Okay, we want to switch back to the other one, and now we want to plantar flex. When I think of plantar flexion, I think of a ballerina because my toes are pointed, in which I'm not very good at, but we'll try. Oh, that feels good. Mom's trying to send the kids up here. No, no, no. Okay, plant. Oh. Oh. Okay, here we go. Plantar flex the opposite foot. Oh boy, that feels good. Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna get into the fingers and wrist here. So the first thing I like to do is I like to bring my wrist down and point them downward, okay? Making sure we really, really, really flex that wrist. You have flexor muscles that run all through here, some through here. You want to really get that part of that arm stretched out. It's really important for daily activities. And then you want to go ahead and bring it, and you should almost see the palm of your hand if you're in front of a mirror. Okay. Last but not least, piano fingers. So I do this and I think about like playing jazz music on a piano. And I breathe. And this really just gets me ready for the day at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you are nice and relaxed. And remember, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what condition you have. There is always something for you, and that's why I made this video. This video is for you. Whenever you have the urge, or whenever you don't have the urge or don't have the motivation, watch this video, and I hope that this will start something new. Have a great day.